So this person mwenye alisemanga the boy child has been forgotten, yeye ajui Kenya anasema.
No, it's not like
as a boy child, you're also supposed to bring out yourself the way these women are struggling to come out.
And that's the other day when they were celebrating the girl child. Yeah, that's when I realized like a lot of women have been empowered out here, and they're also empowering us. Unaona? Because okay, a girl anakuwa empowered more because a girl is a vulnerable person in nature. There are a lot of things that are, if you just do your research, utapata a girl is a vulnerable person.
And I don't have a problem with that.
If you don't
that was Stormzy, The Weeknd, the song that was playing back there. Yeah, man. So let's get right into it. Let's get right into it, man.
Okay.
Guys. Oh man, sijui nitaanzia aje.
Panga tu maneno to Z. Panga vizuri.
You guys mnajua Governor Kawira?
Yeah.
I know your politics is not your thing, okay? I know it's so boring to talk about politics. Sawa? But trust me, okay? Tutaguzie tu kidogo. So Governor Kawira, unajua Kenya imekuwa ikimhapenia. Sindio? She was about to be impeached.
Yeah.
A call from above. Nation paper ndio ilisema hivyo. A call from above saved her. Unaona? After voting in the Senate House, she got saved. Sindio? But there's a story behind that. Okay? She's a governor of a county that is perceived to be patriarchal. Huh? Okay. Prudence. Help me out manze kusema hiyo that one. Inanishinda. Exactly the word manze. Sisi sio wazungu. Kuja na meli. Hey. Yeah. So, unajua mimi ni mwanaume. Unaona? But I feel like at some point tunavuka mpaka kama wanaume. Unaona?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. I mean, I will always support, like mwanaume akuwe mwanaume. Unaona? A man needs to be a man for a woman to be a woman. Unaelewa? But at the end of the day, I feel like tunapita mpaka.
That is patriarchism.
Yeah. So in Meru, kuna some level of like kuna mahali dem anapasiviwa should not. The Meru County, they still hold those cultures. The Jirinjeke leadership is still there, is still functioning, and it's like it is too hard for them to acknowledge that a woman is on the top seat. A woman is in the top seat and is leading them. So I don't know. What should we do about this?
Wow, that is so disappointing kama kuna watu bado wanafikiria in that state, because honestly I think Kenya embrace ku-empower girl child for a very long time, Okay. Growing up nimegrow up nikisikia waki-empower girl child to that extent. So kama bado nasikia kuna places ziko hivyo.
We still have some people who embrace masculinism.
That's true.
The what men have more power than women, which is something that is really, really disappointing, because at this point we all have the same power, like
equality.
We are equality, and though we have some feminists who are trying to embrace the feminism thing, but we have those who are still masculine. They think that men have the power to do everything. And
Prudence.
Yeah.
Mesema, you've mentioned something to do with equality.
Yeah.
Do you think men and women in this country are equal?
They're not, but at least nowadays tunaweza sema there's been that trial kuweka women in the position that men are in. Unaona? The other time nikiangalia the social media space and all that, nilikuwa naona like wanawake wako somewhere at least, you know,
Okay.
like a woman can be a software engineer, a woman can be a developer somewhere, a woman is a CEO somewhere, and like kitambo, right?
Yeah, what I can say, we are not yet there, but at least we are somewhere.
At least we are
It's not
somewhere.
like in those days. You see, like nowadays, we at least even have female governors.
Yeah.
Yeah, even the what's the judge?
The judge, Martha Koome.
We are Martha Koome.
And also the assistant judge also
Yeah,
is also a woman.
Yeah, a woman. We are not yet there, but at least we're giving it a try to be
Giving
there.
it a try.
Don't you guys feel like we are losing like the boy child at the end of it all?
No, not really. Not really.
Because like right now, you guys are taking over the top positions.
No, I think unajua ni tu hii state yenye watu wanakuja kusema I think the girl child amekuwa empowered to that extent yenye wanafanya boy child anakuwa diminished, but that's not the case, you know. I think pia sahi how much unaonyesha watu ina determine the position you are going to be placed in. Unaelewa?
Really?
Like your potential itaonyesha where you're going to be placed in, because even right now hata ukicheck media there are so many females in the industry when you wanna dominate. And it's because of kitu wamepeana to the audience. Unajua at the end of the day the audience ndio wata determine whether you're staying or leaving, right? Na ukiona somebody like Aziza, you see how she's brought herself out, you know, somebody like Aziad, unaelewa? So I don't feel like tumeua boy child. Na feel boys ndio wanajiua to some extent.
Nah, come on.
You're killing yourselves.
Really?
Duncan, let me ask you something.
Yeah.
How would you feel when you wake up tomorrow and then you see your young sister or your big sister on the screen being aired? Like, so you definitely feel like, wow.
Of course, she's my sister.
My sister.
Yeah, or you even wake up one day and see your wife.
I want her to be
Your
successful.
friend, yeah, you want them to be successful.
Yeah.
So why should we like try and why don't we try and embrace that girl child also have this power?
I'm not
like,
saying for girls not to be empowered, or I'm not against a girl child being on top or being successful.
But you feel
I'm just concerned about every day the boy child seems to be going down. Every day nobody is concerned about these young people out there, and they have given up on life. It is so easy in this day and age, it is so easy for a young woman to get a job before the young man. You can check.
Really?
You can check, yeah.
But mi naona ni kama you know, I think boys wanakuwa, as in it's easy for them to like engage with things vitu reckless compared to girls. Unaelewa? The most people wenye wameshikana na drugs sahi in Kenya, to be honest. We are talking about men.
Why do they engage in drugs?
And the most people wenye wanajituma sahi in Kenya are these same ladies. The other conversation we had, how many, like ukiangalia watu wanaenda majuu sana ni wanawake. Wanajituma, wasichana wanajituma sana. You know, but boys, let's talk.
Mabui, you know, like
Naweza enda kazi ya mboch majuu na boy akona the same opportunity ya kwenda kukuwa watchman.
Let's be
What's the
honest.
difference?
The difference is,
What's
nikwambie
the
the difference. The difference is, mboch wengi hawalipangi commission. Maboy wanalipanga commission.
Let me tell you something.
Hata uliza our audience
Every
will tell you.
agency unalipa mse commission. There's no way I'm going to work my socks off for you.
Saudi, it's free.
Let
for
me
women.
tell you, there's nothing that is free. There's nothing that is free. Everybody pays that commission. Unajua, I told you already before, I have friends who are abroad. Unaona?
Okay.
I have friends in the Middle East when you wameenda through agencies kufanya kazi,
Okay.
and they'll be back, and that's when I learned easy vitu the steps that is involved in them. Unaona? And I also spoke to one of these guys akona agency. That's the time nili realize ladies are the ones wenye are up for going abroad. Umesikiza kesi ngapi za wanaume kwenda kupigwa huko abroad, huko in the Middle East?
Very few.
But how about ladies?
Many.
Very many. Why? Because hao ndio wamekubali kujituma that much waende huko, despite the fact that wanajua the challenges that are there.
Okay guys, I want you to understand history ya kwenda abroad pia history ingine complicated sana, but you know hata kama wanalipa commission utajua tu kitu moja. Kuna kitu moja tu utajua, maboys wanalipa more expensive kuliko madem.
But we have the same opportunities. We have the same opportunities out here. Let me tell you one thing.
Let me ask you.
Yeah.
So you want to go abroad because ladies are being paid more and you ain't being paid more, right? That's what you're trying to say?
Yeah.
Wow.
Really?
Wow.
Really?
If that's your mind, then
all men have failed.
I think you're one of the men that we are losing already.
No, listen.
That's it, because unajua you're bringing it out in that perspective that wanawake tumekuwa more empowered and all that. You know, but that's not even the case.
Women are trying to bring out themselves right now.
So this person mwenye alisemanga the boy child has been forgotten, yeye hajui Kenya anasema.
No, it's not like yeye hajui.
As a boy child, you're also supposed to bring out yourself the way these women are struggling to come out.
That's the point.
Really?
Look, like for example, how many female presidents do we have leave alone Africa and East Africa?
It's only one.
It's only one. Alingianga kibahati mbaya.
Now you see,
wow.
That is having a mind of someone who is masculine. You know, you're not trying to be a feminist.
No,
because you're trying to reason it this way, that female president who became a president, it was by mistake. That she wasn't supposed to be
I'm not saying
president.
it was by mistake.
No, your statement,
that's what you say.
Your statement really tells us that she wasn't supposed to be the president. It's like you're trying to be, I don't know, you're trying to be a patriarch.
No, that's
that's it exactly. That's coming out. To be honest,
you think like the power of men is what it is worth.
Yeah.
But the power of women, no, they aren't supposed to be holding those big positions.
Yeah, but then I can assure you, women have a lot of potential. That's why unaona ukipea mwanamke a chance to show you that I can actually do this. They can actually do it. Wanawake wangapi sasa wamekuwa CEO in like a Microsoft company, like Google. Uliona the other day when they were celebrating the girl child. Yeah, that's when I realized like a lot of women have been empowered out here, and they're also empowering us. Unaona, because okay, a girl anakuwa empowered more because a girl is a vulnerable person in nature. There are a lot of things that are, if you just do your research, utapata a girl is a vulnerable person.
And I don't have a problem with that.
If you don't empower this girl,
have a problem with that.
The only thing I have a problem with is leaving out the boy child. Because
no one is
leaving
trying
out
to
the
leave
boy
out
child.
the boy child.
How many
just
programs?
Tell us who's trying to leave out the boy child.
How many programs?
Women
all over?
out there are struggling to bring out more women. Like
how many
exactly.
programs?
They are,
how many programs are all over the world? They are supporting the girls.
Let me just
none of them.
Let me ask you. Let me ask
that
you.
You're also trying to have programs that support the boy child. We also have programs that support the boy child.
Okay, let me just ask you one simple question. Unajua, a girl is a vulnerable person. One, anaona like menses every month, you know, and this is vulnerability. That is why we have the program of Pada Girl. Sasa okay, maboy tutawaikia program gani ndio to match na hiyo part ya
I'm not talking about such programs.
No,
I mean, it's okay.
there are many programs.
One you can justify.
There are many programs, but I'll just justify using that one program that has been put in place for a girl child. Una realize without this pad, I can't go to school, you know. You realize without this pad, kuna mtoi somewhere, you know, haizi enda akafanya maybe that exam because hizi ni basic needs zenye some of them cannot afford. Unaelewa?
Women, we were at a point where we needed people to empower us.
Benis and Prudence, explain to me.
Trying to imagine, you're also complaining that you're losing the boy child.
Tumekuja sana.
Benis and Prudence, explain to me kwa nini kama in this day and age, okay? Boy child anafaa anaingia uni tuseme na B+, si ndio? And then dem anaingia na C+ ama B-.
Well,
what the hell is that?
That is for the government. That is for the government.
Explain to me now. Ni
But then, okay, I think ukikuja tu kuangalia hata condition ya watu hii kusoma, unapata the girl still loses like a lot of days in a month, like 3 to a week, 3 days to 1 week. Let me just tell you one thing.
Even alone that girl child wenye wanamaliza hata kupata that opportunity ya kufanya maybe that form 4, they're very few. Because you reach a point maybe you drop out of school because of maybe some responsibility possibilities. You got pregnant and 1, 2, 3 happened. So you see the government. So it's nice if we. And then pia men unajionanga you're so masculine. Wana pia
pelekeni kwa masomo.
Peleka ya masculinity kwa education.
Unasema nini?
So
but then me feel like the government was very like walikuwa genuine wakieka hiyo part.
Yeah, they had a reason. They put some considerations and they thought that they knew that this is what we want.
Yeah, because I was doing this article for some NGO organization back at my place, and then so I was doing some research. Na nika realize girl child ana lose 4 to 7 days a week, especially on that part during menstruation. Because unapata that's the hardest time for someone to concentrate. You know, that's the time when unapata you have a lot going on, like body yako ina change.
Sickness.
You know, hadi ukika shule unapata a lot of things, yani unaboeka tu na kila kitu sometimes, and then you are so you are having a lot of discomfort, unaelewa?
Okay.
So trust me, hizo days uta lose. I went through that process. She also went through it, na nitakwambia for real, hizo days uta lose. There's not much unaweza pata when you are having your menses and all that, you know.
Okay.
But there's a boy somewhere ametulia tu hapo.
The only problem you men have is circumcision, of which in some tribes.
Okay, ni sawa. Hata sisi tuna losing madays hapo.
You get circumcised once. Don't get circumcised
twice. You know,
but
it's not
on a
monthly.
monthly basis,
We have to.
something we undergoing.
Lazima we lose a week to something.
Yeah, a week.
You
but
know,
every week you do something.
No, every week in a month, at least a week. Unajua, kuna watu wa 3 days na kuna watu wa 7 days. You know, actually kuna watu wanaenda hata for 2 weeks, yeah, because pia ina depend na hormones za msee. So it's always for a girl. Me, if the government walieka C+ for a girl, I felt like walikuwa fair enough, because at least nowadays tunaweza sema there's some 1, 2, 3 programs, but back then hata si time yetu tukikuja up, we didn't have all these programs, you know.
Okay, fair enough. You guys, you've tried your best and you've proven it to me. But still, bado. Let's talk about when you get there at the top. Okay? There was a topic that was trending sometime back on Twitter about toxic feminism.
Yeah, that's also
we do have toxic feminists in this country, in high position, corporate women, okay? And they have used that opportunity and that platform to enslave men or to be toxic to men. And it doesn't go well with men, okay? I myself, I will not lie to you. I was working in a certain company, which was full of women. I was the only man there. And let me tell you something. It's not like I've not worked before with women, but at that particular company, I was being mistreated. It was my first time. Nilikuanga tu nasikia, toxic feminism, but I encountered it. I witnessed it myself, you know, because now you're a woman, because now you're a man, and you're the only man in that company. So they put a lot of work, they put loads of work on you, and then, you know, like, shona mtu ameingia kwa ofisi, because hiyo umesema inaitwa aje when you go through that cycle. I don't want to say it, mimi kukujua hapa. Unaona?
Let me tell you one thing.
Huyo mtu ananikujia hivyo na hizo mood zake zote, hataki kujua hata mimi niko na kazi zingine. Ananiekeleza.
Let me tell you Duncan one thing. It's just like when someone is pregnant, your moods, you don't create the moods on your own. The moods just come by natural. It's natural. They're hormones. It's something that you can't explain. It's not like I wake up one day and then I decide that today I'm going to be moody at work.
Na napelekea Duncan.
It's something that comes natural.
You can't on that one
and
anyway.
You can't hyper it and be like.
But unajua, I know feminism can be so dangerous, especially ukieka with a lot of toxicity. Because unajua one thing, these people, mimi nilishakwambia one thing, I'm never judging anyone for their action, you know. Makio, some of these people hata akikufanyia hizo vitu, for a lady I can understand maybe akona moods. Yeah, sometimes akona challenges. Na unajua ladies will deal with stress in a different way with men. Yeah. So utapata sometimes like me vile nimekuja hivyo like job and all that. But then I remember somewhere back then kuna jamaa alini-employ na alikuwa ananifanyia hii kitu. Ebu, because that's why I don't judge anybody's
Come
action.
on.
Maybe alipitia the same thing and she's like, ebu kwanza,
Wait.
Because those things are really traumatizing. That's one thing I'll tell you. Unadhani kukuwa mistreated is easy?
It's not easy. Let me ask you a question now. Do you not think about that person ambao unamletea hizo mashida zote ama unaminflict hizo all that pain on him?
Yeah, people deal with stress differently.
Yeah,
Maybe
you're dealing it by unanirushia zote.
Nikwambie, maybe mimi nikiwa stressed naweza rushia Prudence. Unaelewa? Because maybe she's there for me. Naweza mwambia, you know what Prudence, ni hivi na hivi na hivi, and then she can come through, si ndio? Anaweza ni advice, anaweza nipea the shoulder to lean on, anaweza nipea the safe space. But then kuna mtu maybe kama ako stressed, you deal tu nayo vile zimekuja, like hakia ni nani hapo mbele yake.
We have some people when they're stressed, maybe they'll cry.
Watalia, kuna watu wenye
That one is better.
Someone they might write something down.
Crying is better.
And then we have some that stress can even make utakula. We have those
Utakula
people wakiwa
vibaya.
na stress. They said, let me kula. Nipunguze hizi stress, nijitolee stress kwa mwili.
Yeah.
So people deal with stress
Different way.
Yeah,
But it is very understandable. But at the end of the day, please don't hurt anybody else. Don't hurt somebody
It's not
because
like you
you're going
hurt
through.
people
intentionally.
intentionally.
You're not going to get.
Yeah.
It's not like we do it intentionally. Even
Try
the
your
most
best.
things,
Duncan,
you know.
you can't understand this because you've never been on periods and you've never been pregnant
Pregnant
and
I
you'll
will
never
never
be.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
you'll never be. So you can't
You're like-
understand it.
Yeah, because by the way, I don't know English ulifunzwa with what gender, but mi nilifunzwa na mwanamke.
Yes, yeah.
And then she got pregnant hiyo level 2, alafu alituongeleshanga vibaya class, akatutusi, and then she like, and then akapewa hiyo off yake, hiyo leave. So ukipewa hiyo leave alafu uishie. So unarudi, I don't know, 3 months later out 4. So ye akirudi class, imagine she apologized. Like alituambia tu si eti nilikuwa nataka.
Yeah, it's not like ni kitu unakuanga unataka. Hiyo happen tu, unapata like it has happened. There's no way you can.
Always reverse. So kuna mtu ataweza kuja apologize later on, but then kuna mtu atasema walielewa tu.
Do you guys believe in feminism? Like, do you guys believe in whatever feminists preach?
Okay, I believe in feminism, but not toxic feminism. Yeah, because at the end of the day we are
Most of
equal.
the textbooks that are there in school nowadays, they're trying to embrace feminism.
Yeah.
Because what does it entail? Ebu explain it to me.
What does what entail?
Feminism.
It's just a 50-50 thing.
Yeah.
What a man can do, a
woman can
also
do.
That is the
I mean,
most.
mnaweza chimba choo na kifua wazi, but I can't
That
do
is
that.
the most. That is the most false statement ever.
No, but trust me, what a man can do, mwanamke anaweza fanya. Let me tell you,
better.
wanawake
How
wangapi
many wanawake have you seen wakienda mjengo siku hizi?
siku hizi it's wanawake wangapi wana drive tractor. No, we are talking facts.
Have you seen being holding those positions that they only believe that men can, the only ones who can hold
Really?
these positions?
Come on.
How many female doctors have
Sawa.
you seen?
How many have created softwares?
Niskatai, but check their performance. Is it the same one as a man?
They are performing pretty well. I think
They are performing
look
well.
at the lawyers siku hizi. Look at
Yeah.
kina Martha Koome performing left, right and center. I feel like wanawake they were empowered na hiyo empowerment haikuenda bure.
You're trying to bring here toxic
No, that's
I swear to God, that's what you're trying to do.
no, that's not what I'm
And we
trying
are
to do.
against
Let
that
me
one
tell
big
you, let me
time.
tell you, it's high time that even men go to the kitchen and start cooking.
Mi najipikianga, I cook for
I mean,
myself
juu hauna mwanamke, juu hana mwanamke.
But the moment you marry,
Unakumbuka
don't go hide
statement yake?
Yeah, I remember there is a time he said that you can't go to the kitchen.
Kazi ya mwanamke ni nini?
Oh my God.
Jikoni. Who said?
You will cook.
Who said?
You will cook.
I'll cook for my husband, but my husband will also cook for me. Yeah?
It's not like you're trying to force me to go into the kitchen
Yeah,
and start cooking. Blah, blah. I'm telling you, my dad cooks, my brother cooks, everyone at our home cooks. No one is like at hizi
Yeah.
kazi za wasichana, hizi ni za wanaume, kazi ni kazi.
Yeah, sometimes hata
Tunaenda
tuingie jikoni wote tupike.
Kama ni kwenda
you know?
shamba, we go there. Akunanga story na sijui mwanaume ndiye anaenda shamba.
Yeah, because you also know at this point in life, I think watu wameka hii mindset ya the way guys were saying that actually not even guys. You said wanawake wako over dependent on men. Let me tell you something. It's not like wanawake cannot provide. Wanawake will provide where they can. You know, I've stayed with a couple wenye like bibi anatoa her share of this, bwana anatoa his share of this, and they're living like happily. You know, haiko guaranteed that I mean the only part yenye maybe mke hataki bwanake aonekane akifanya ni maybe kwenda kuanika nguo and stuff. But then when they're in the house, tunaachia mambo ingine. Forget about your job position. Forget about you being a minister somewhere. Be a husband. You know,
you're
be a dad.
Be a dad.
So I want you to
when
know.
you're at home, be a dad, be a husband,
You
be
guys-
a brother,
Exactly.
be a good son.
Yeah, that's
Not
the point.
usilete uofisi wako hapa,
Ati-
but
ati-
you know I'm the chief officer.
Wacha
I'm the
huko
manager.
kwa
I'm the
ofisi.
manager of
Hiyo wacha kwa ofisi. Ukikuja
Sawa.
nyumbani
Yeah,
it's a
ukikuja nyumbani,
When
a
I
house
come back
duty.
home, when I come back home, I am the head of the family.
Of course, we
That
know,
is
we know
toxic
that, but
masculinity.
No,
Let me
come
tell
on. Every man will agree with me, and every woman out there.
What does
Me-
being
me
head,
I'll not
what
agree
does
with
being
you.
head mean to
Being
you?
head means I get to lead. I get to show my wife.
No.
This is the way to go.
just it.
We consult.
Okay. Continue.
Yeah?
Continue.
We consult with my wife. I tell her. I consult with my wife. I tell her, yo, this is the way to go. What do you think?
You
Because-
see,
now-
that's not being the head. That's not being the head of the house.
Because
you know,
I'm gonna have to
umejieka in her level. That's why consult. Because how would they even just come from nowhere? Maybe just a minister alafu niende ni consult mtu wako huko down on that.
Guys.
Umeweka at the same level with you.
Guys,
That's why at
guys,
least una
guys,
Let me tell you something.
Guys,
In a family,
yeah.
hakuna ati ile ati you feel like, you know, I'm the man, unajipiga kifua, I'm the man of this
Sijajipiga
house.
kifua.
For what? For
We are
what?
balancing things. I'm the wife. I want to do something. I consult you first. If you approve it, then it's okay.
It's a
Yeah, it's a
50-50.
50-50. You also want to do something, you want to start up something, and then you're like, let me consult my wife.
Okay.
Babe, what do you think? Do you
But-
think this is okay?
You know, for the men like him who are embracing masculinity,
Yeah.
mimi hadi nikifungua biashara siwezi fungua na hiyo naweza amka one day alafu akue tu zile za
My
this
business.
is my business.
I
you
do
know.
put my
Guys.
I
effort
cannot.
in it.
Guys,
You
come
know,
on.
Blah, blah,
but then
blah.
at the moment unanionyesha you embrace like you
Guys.
feminism to some extent. For me as your wife,
Guys,
you
let
know
me
I'll
ask
be
you a question.
open for like
Guys, let me ask you a
50-50.
question. What if you had a man ambaye kila kitu akifanya anakuja, oh babe, naomba unisaidie kufikiria.
Wow.
Really?
That's the kind of relationship I really
You
want.
want a man who is weak.
No,
That is
not
not being weak. That is not being
Now
weak.
you're the one
That is
who
not
is
being weak.
Masculinity.
That is not being weak.
Toxic, I don't know whatsoever I can refer
You know,
it, but you
actually
just
anaishi ile generation
ya
imepita
kitambo,
sana
kitambo
tu.
huko hivyo.
Unajua,
Ati
let me tell you, unajua
ati my
masculinity?
husband this, my husband that, my husband. But
Masculinity-
you, if you want to do something, you're not consulting me. No.
Okay.
Hizo generations zilipitwa na wakati, and I'm not going to like this, and I don't like this. Women will also have our own say.
Let me tell you something.
Hakuna.
No.
Unajua, let me tell you where
No.
masculinity ilitokea. Masculinity ilitokea point mwanaume alikuwa na wanawake, ilikuwa ni polygamy.
Yeah, polygamy.
Polygamy.
Like around
So,
7
but
wives.
then ilikuwa inaeleweka cause huwezi kuwa na wanawake 7 and then you consult like each and every one of them
Because
because
everyone
wanawake
is
wako na
have
different
different
different views.
Because
You
you're the man. You
forget
are meant
about-
to think.
Forget about being a
You're
man.
meant to lead. You are the leader here.
That's
Who
okay,
say that
but
if you are a
we're in the
man, you're
next
meant to-
generation. We're in
Huh?
the next generation where girls are even more creative, are even better.
Oh, that's
creative.
okay.
You just
No.
said you're trying to embrace feminism.
Do you want us
And
to
then
outshine you?
I've seen your
Why are you
actions.
embracing feminism?
Your actions are
Why are you
different.
not
No,
embracing
Yeah,
that's
why
not
you-
what
why
I'm
you
saying.
not trying
I'm
to
just
bring-
saying,
No, you're not. It's not a must we say me out loud.
No,
You're
I'm-
just saying it's
No,
not
that,
like
Because
Duncan, this
I'm
one I don't
saying-
agree with you, and we'll continue disagreeing.
Yeah, exactly.
Because it's high time that you haven't seen doctors when you go to the hospital. How many times have you gone to the hospital and been treated with female nurses,
Female nurses.
female doctors?
There's nothing wrong
Been
with that.
taught by female teachers at school.
I embrace that. I love that. Women are gentle.
Then why are you being toxic?
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
saying.
Whenever a man loses his masculinity, I feel like, a man and masculinity goes hand in hand.
Let me
Oh,
ask
so
you, let me
a
ask you
woman
something.
in weakness
What
goes-
does what
What
does
are
a
you
man
even
having
saying?
masculinity mean to you?
At what?
What does a man being masculinity mean to you?
Means you get to speak. You get to be heard.
Hard. What does it mean by being hard? Unapiga tu.
Ukiongea hivi,
Let me tell you something. Actually,
I'm supposed to be running to the kitchen to cook for you. Bro, that can never happen unless you don't marry me. Don't try me.
You cannot.
You're trying to embrace feminism. You
can
never
embrace it
you
big
can't
time.
control.
Let me tell you something.
Women.
Unajua mwanamke is a very powerful tool.
Yeah,
unajua
mwanamke is a
nikikataa
powerful
kukusikia
tool.
sitakusikia na kuna kitu utafanya.
Let me tell you,
Trust me.
Duncan, wacha tu nikwambie. Hata uliona Millie Odhiambo aliambia aje speaker wa Senate. I have a master's in the New York University board. There is nothing you can tell me.
Sawa, mimi sikatai.
I know is the something that I know.
Mimi sikatai.
Nimeenda shule.
At the end of the day, when you come back with your masters, you need to be my wife. And you need to be submissive to me.
Unajua hiyo submission yenu ndio inakuja vibaya. You know.
We have some educated men, they are rich outside there, they have everything.
But then wataingia jikoni wasaidie wanawake wao. For what? For the sake of the family is mami.
You for that reason.
Yeah.
I won't be like you nataka kuzozana.
Trust me, if a man anaweza ingia jikoni anisaidie kupika, I can respect you for the rest of my life. I can even die worshiping you.
Yeah, I know.
But tunajipiga kifua ndio nione watu
what are you even saying? What are you saying?
No, I know. No.
Hii nyumba na bado nakusaidia
tunakata bills.
No, sikiza. You guys, ebu chill kwanza. Mmeniattack ya kutosha. Sikiza. There's a difference between being masculine, okay, and oppressing. Unaelewa? Kukanyagia mtu chini. Hawa watu ambao hujigamba kwa nyumba ana disrespect mwanamke.
That is what you are
sasa
trying.
unajua that is the oppression you are talking about. Actually, exactly. Unaongelea oppression.
What is the opposite of feminism? It's masculinity. Masculinism.
That's not what I meant.
That's it. Actually, when I bring out in that way, I don't know if he has realized, but that's exactly what he's saying.
For like a million women. Kwanza usi expect because you're married.
I will never defend you.
Anakuja hapo na niambia ati unaongea ndio ati watoto wanatapaka. So kids are like
that's not what I'm saying. Hata sijasema hivyo.
Kids are called that.
No, that's the masculinity yenye ilikuwa pale. Unajua nini? That's the masculinity yenye
I wouldn't want because I want a relationship with my kids.
Exactly. Na that relationship we create, lazima we create mpaka na mwanamke wako. Because how is it for your kids?
Masculinity.
To understand that if you are ever harsh on your wife,
I'm never like
Duncan, I know you talked of something else. Sijui unakuja nyumbani 5 pia mimi by your 5 inafaa nikuje.
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
Kunichagulia kukuja nyumbani.
Aje sasa that means you're embracing toxic masculinity because
when you come back home late, just explain to me mali umetoka.
No, there's no problem. Unajua as a woman,
you see unaona vile
she's right. Communication.
You don't want to communicate to me.
But you say that actually, if you normally come back at home around 7, you're 7 nisikuja past 7.
Alafu usiingie nyuma yake.
Like you should be.
La kwanza hapo ukipanda matu unaweza ngoja for 1 full hour.
Hapana, I bought your car.
Hata ukininunulia gari bro, siwezi kubali ati that is oppression.
If there is something I'm praying to God,
ninunua gari yangu.
Shouldn't buy your car. Buy yourself
nunua gari yako.
This will be toxic to you.
They'll embarrass you.
I bought you this car. Every time you do that, I bought you a car.
You always have to remind us things. Why? Must you remind me? Did I force you to buy me that car?
We make it one day.
I think nimepatana na watu wabaya.
Those ladies outside there, they make it one day. At least they buy themselves their own stuff.
Yeah.
Not someone reminding you every time, I bought your car.
Yeah.
Are you the first one to buy me a car?
But Nick, I can just say like we should embrace both feminism and masculinity.
And submission
to like
I'm not
submission. I'm not submitting to anyone. Let me tell you one thing. God. Because at the end of the day, God knows I need this, and God will provide.
Let me tell you something. God commands a woman.
Men, let me ask you, are you trying to agree with this guy? He's trying to tell us that tunafaa kuwa submissive. Do you know what submissive means?
Yeah.
God.
Imekuinamia kila
Sikizeni.
God, just ask these beautiful ladies one thing. Ladies, what's your thought on this? Because why would you be submissive to someone?
Why would you?
Why?
Because God,
same ability as that
No,
person.
yeah.
You can get yourself a car like that person can get himself a car.
Mnaharibu
You got
mademu.
the quality education yenye huyu mtu amepata. Why would you be submissive to a man?
Guys, listen to me.
No.
Listen to me.
We are all going to school.
We are equal.
We are
Unaona
very
venye
equal.
sipewi
Right now we are
Teaching
equal.
us with equality.
Si tupewi chance ya kuongea. Unasema the wrong thing.
Sipewi chance ya kuongea. Mnaona?
Equality.
Naona?
Equality.
Naona?
Not like we are dominated that we are not going to give you a
But
chance.
equality.
But equality, lazima iko.
Now,
Exactly.
let me tell you something, okay? Women and men are equal, but are not the same. Okay?
We ain't the same.
We ain't
That's
the
a
same.
fact.
We know
Not the
that.
same, and
We know.
and that will bring a lot of differences in us and how we do things.
We ain't same.
And how everything we do will always be different. And that is why you can never say what a man can do, a woman can do better. That is the
No. First, no. Do you have a clue? Mali wanawake wamefika sahi. Do you know the struggle yenye wanawake wameka pale? I know I have these and these challenges during the week, during the month, ama during that year. But then at the end of the day, nilijua there is education. Na I have the equal right kupata that same education with that man. I'm working as hard as a man, you know. Alafu nifike kwa nyumba ni kuhesabu.
I love how ladies are representing us nowadays in the
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah, you start by Milio Diambo, kina Gladys. These are the people, these are the right leaders for the
I'm going to
society.
search. Producer.
For the youth, actually I think for the youth,
I'm gonna have
look
to
at
talk to the
somebody like
producer.
Gladys Wanga.
I'm going to talk to the producer and interpret that verse whereby in the Bible, whereby God commands women to be submissive.
Wacha nikwambie.
Let me tell you, what utafanya hata nisimame kwa
Simama.
Producer, tutafutia verse.
The point is to be home.
Yes.
Thank you. Bring it
hata
home.
point sasa ikufikie.
Producer, tutafutia verse.
Producer atatafuta.
This is the thing, young man. You know your submission is a different thing. Me being submissive to you, the way you're trying to bring it is like nikuje baba na
Do that.
Hey,
Nah.
that was expecting.
Nah.
This is what I mean, babe. I want to do this.
Exactly.
What's your suggestion on it? Period. Ati hapana nikuje nilikuwa nataka kufanya.
No, we are not in the shy era anymore.
Now that's not what I meant, obviously.
But that's like
No, that's
what
what
you're bringing out. You know, you don't have to mean something, but then how you bring it out, it definitely brings a different
We
thing.
were having a conversation, and this Duncan was like, you know, I can't be working in the house, going to the kitchen to wash utensils, and you're busy there on your phone in the bedroom.
Of course.
I can't even prepare.
I will never do
can't
that.
wake up
Let
in the
me
morning,
tell you
I'm going to
something.
work, and then I prepare breakfast for myself. Bro, you want me to wake up at 4, prepare breakfast for you? If you don't force me, I'll do it willingly. But ukieka ila tunataka nikuwa submissive, mimi naanza kuamka hapa saa 10 nikikupikia chai. You can do it.
No, then Duncan, it has to be a 50-50 thing. Let me tell you one thing. Ukanipea mimba sahi nikazaa. I have these kids. There's no way I'll be waking up every day at like 4 a.m. kutengeneza watoi. Alafu you are there. Tena niamke nikutengeneze. It's not making sense. It's not making sense. You have to create that bond with your kid from akitoka chini. You know.
Now listen to me. There's beauty that comes with a woman submitting. Because that is something
tutanue kwa hii beauty yake. Let me put together beauty.
There is beauty that comes with it.
when women submitting. Unapatanga huyo dem hii kitu na fit vizuri mpaka hata bwana wako anaweza enda kununia range and you be like babe surprise.
Mimi hata tu nitajinunulia range.
Surprise.
Hata tu nijinunulia range.
Unajua the submissiveness you trying to bring out is ikuogopa and then
Si
you know
kuogopa.
that's exactly what you're trying to bring out.
Let me tell you something, young man.
Young man, you're a very young man. You don't understand this.
So you're not going to buy me something because you love me or because we're in love. You're only going to buy me something.
You need to prove your love to me. You need to prove your love to me.
No. Let me tell you something.
Yeah.
The other time we had a conversation, you were talking about girls loving Wababa. You know, this Wababa, they'll not force you to do all those things,
Exactly.
but they'll still be lovey-dovey. You know, they'll be like, hey, babe, let me send you 100K ununue biscuit.
Why?
Biscuit.
Why?
No, it's not about why. It's not because you're being submissive to them, because most of them hatutapata hata manzi yake aishi na yeye.
Yeah.
You know, ye anaishi huko na
But every time we meet, what do?
what are we supposed to be doing?
Unashughulika.
Kushughulika upande gani specifically?
Like, ukienda nayo kwa room, you do pretty much everything, like kwenda ku confirm like the order ile tumemake.
No. Kwani nyinyi mnaendanga hoteli gani? Me, I know if you book a room ama a hotel, there's a room service.
Somebody
there,
knocks on my door, room service knocks on my door, you're gonna wake up and check.
Nah, that's not my duty. That's not my duty. That's the duty of the man.
Come on.
Bro, mimi siwezi kufungulia mlango, labda hata ni bibi yako ametuma gunso akuja hapa. I cannot.
Just say this. Let me hope how to lose men outside here.
This one is lost.
Yeah, this one
This one
lost.
is lost.
Okay, I think
I'm lost. Hao wanaume wanawapikia, hao wanaume wanaenda anasikiza, anaenda anapanguza na duster chini na amevalia amejifunga leso. Really?
No, unajua we didn't talk about that.
And that is why we have a very large number of men.
Lakini bro, hebu niulize tu, mbona wanawake pia siku hizi are going for the whites majority, because these people, they have it in them, you know. They have it in them. Unajua, somebody will always do the dishes after mmekula, alafu atakuwa like, hey babe, come let's do the dishes, you know. Mnasaidiana, it's a 50-50 thing. Inaeleweka.
That's amazing. You know, if you treat me with love, I'll be like, wow.
But at the end of the day,
I have to return.
at the end of the day,
you want to show that you are
the man. Okay. Toka basi uende kwa jikoni ujipikie na ujiserve. Na umalize upige dasta nyumba yako.
That even if I'm sick, I have to wake up and go to the kitchen.
Jamani, your wife is sick. As a man unafaa ufanye nini? You should be taking care of her.
She's sick. Sijakata. Unanielewa? She's sick. I'll do that. Kama ni sisi wawili na hakuna maid. Unanielewa? But there's no way.
Sometimes you told me that you can't have a maid in
your house.
Yes, that's what you say. That's what you say.
Let me finish. Let me finish.
Anasema kitu but then anajicontradict.
No. Let me finish.
Right.
At the end of the day, you will not be sleeping in bed chatting. Na mimi niko kwa chiko naosha vyombo. That is very disrespectful.
Why is it
really
disrespectful?
We are not in the centuries.
We are not in the century.
I feel like
we have to wash our men's feet.
No.
Where was
Gen Z, this generation.
Let me tell you.
But at the end of the day,
I just want to tell you.
At the end of the day, you will be attracted to that guy who is masculine.
Let me tell you.
Utapenda huyo, mimi sikudanganyi. Wewe utapenda huyo ambaye ni masculine.
Kama mpaka sasa hivi sijapenda nitapendea nini?
Sasa huwezi penda mwanaume kwa mama.
Last year I visited my dad, and I'm just trying to compare you two. My dad is very old, more than you are, but he's thinking better than you're thinking.
Exactly.
And that's not an insult, because I visited my dad, and my dad has been cooking for me. You know, if I cook and then my dad, he also cooks. He comes from work. If ametoka job, anachukua nguo, anafua, and he's doing some 1, 2, 3. So you want to tell me that my dad is a big fool for doing that? Na venye mimi ni msichana mkubwa nimegrow hivi. Unataka kuniambia hiyo ndio kitu najaribu kuniambia.
Nikuulize, your dad anafuanga wewe ukiwa?
Vizuri sana.
Yeah, because he's not married to you. He's not even married to you. He's married to your mom. He's married to your mom.
What is that wrong if my dad does his clothes?
No, that's not wrong. I feel that's like the perfect picture for like a kid. Mtoto wako boy child akigrow ukiona his dad anafanya duties, pia atagrow up akifanya duties.
My daughter, ulinifanyia jana, let me also do it today. At least ufanye nini upumzike. That is the kind of relationship that we need.
Ama aseme mom, today acha nikupikie recipe yangu. Unaona? Try uniambie kama I'm a good cook or not.
Wow. So wow.
When follow wanani kwanza?
Okay, mimi sijasema jina ya mtu hapa. I don't want problems.
When follow wanani, because I can relate all your speeches mali zinatoka.
Okay. I'm not a follower of anyone.
And you told me you're almost graduating from that class.
Yeah, he said that he's almost graduating from that.
Guys,
class.
Mr. Kishida, I don't want problems. Guys,
No,
I don't want problems.
embracing toxic masculinity is problems itself.
Okay, so what I
Just
mean, yeah,
men,
what I mean.
don't be patriarch like this guy here that you feel like
I'm not,
heads,
guy.
Yeah.
not.
So,
I
as
am
much
not.
as
be
to
it
embrace
political, religious, economic, and social background.
any other setup.
Let's
I'm
try
not.
to avoid
Guys,
patriarchy.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Some
I
na
want you to know.
msicomplain pia. Usicomplain.
I'm not.
Usicomplain.
I want you to know that. This is my part in short. So,
Okay.
I support women out there. Okay, go get your money, boo. Right? And try as much as possible. As long as you're getting your money, try as much as possible to be that beautiful woman. There's beauty that comes with a woman trying to be a woman. Don't try to compete with a man. Okay? Don't try to be a man, because at the end of the day, you realize you are different.
That's true.
From
We're
that man.
different from men, but we are not trying
Okay.
to be them.
Okay?
Exactly.
Yes. Please, I'm urging you. Try to support that man who is next to you. Try to uplift him, because let me tell you something. When you support a man, he will never leave you. Hata akikuacha, he will always make sure you're good.
Really?
Trust me.
Okay.
Okay? Usisikize watu, because we are living in a day and age whereby men, everybody is against the man.
Kidogo tu
The
anawaambia
systems,
msisikize watu,
the
and
systems.
he's graduating from a class.
Surely.
Let me tell you something. We're living in a world whereby the system is against the man. I'm not saying it's supporting fully a woman. I just feel like there are people out there, feminists, who have the wrong impression of supporting and uplifting the woman, and they feel like the only way they can do that is only by stepping a man down. Okay? But I want you to know, we have good women, like the second first lady, the second lady, okay, the wife to our deputy president, Madam Gachagua. Her agenda is to support the boy child. Okay? And that is very good, because we are living in a system whereby boy child ama mwanaume haonekani. Like every system, everywhere a woman is being supported, and I love that. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. But at the end of the day, you as a woman, support that man. Support your man. You get a chance to uplift a man, uplift him, because a man is a blessing to you.
We will always support
Thank you
our
very
men.
much.
We will always support our men, support our brothers, support our fathers, and support every male friend that we have. But don't try to be toxic and bring that toxic masculinity. Because we all are equal. No one is better than the other. We're trying to also bring out the girl child, because previously girl child walikuwa wamesahaulika. A guy gets you pregnant and then you drop out of school.
Hakuna mambo ya mimba hapa.
Wait.
Hakuna mambo ya mimba hapa. Wanawake wamesahaulika pia to some extent, so that is why we're trying that is why women are trying to bring out this feminism thing. Even there are some men who are embracing it. How would you feel when you wake up one day, your mom is a doctor, your sister is a teacher, your wife is the manager or the minister of finance? You'd feel like, yeah, at least women are making it in the society. They're not just being idle or something. Yeah, inafanya at least mse unafeel uko poa. So let's try to embrace feminism. And it's not like I'm saying that we neglect boy child pia. If you feel like boy child pia ameachwa nyuma, you can also always support them. Yeah, and at least we're in a balanced society, equality.
Yeah, exactly. So In as much as I'm for both, for feminism, I'm also for masculinity, but at a 50-50. To all men, it's also beautiful to us to have beautiful men who can be there for us, who can help us. Si lazima mtusaidie financially, if that's what most men think. Like, see you financially, you just being there for me, being a perfect husband, being like, just the best of the best, giving me your best, and to your kids and all that. That's like a 50-50 share. It's not a matter of being toxic, because at the end of the day, siwezi taka mtu ako toxic kwa life yangu. Siwezi taka mtu nikimwona I feel scared, and my kids also watakuwa scared. If the purpose ya family ni happiness, the purpose ya family ni kukua together, helping one another, yeah, because that's what family is. Yeah. So meanwhile, that was our episode. So you can catch us all next time. But for now, you can follow our social media handles at Stan Media. Thank you.
God bless you. Keep it locked.